Airport traffic station 6547 for about 3 miles northeast of the airport at 5,100, climb in for northbound departure, southbound traffic.
Airport traffic, Sport Cruiser 117, Bravo Foxtrot holding short 35, second park.
And X-ray Delta is taking off 35 would be a northbound departure. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Airport traffic, Sport Cruiser 117, Bravo Foxtrot, departing runway 35 northbound, departure second park.
So that Sport Cruiser ahead of us is also northbound.
Airport traffic 630 Charlie on cross and runway 35 Sky Park.
Airport traffic 31 in Quebec, holding short runway 35, Sky Park.
Oh, I thought you said he was
Airport
northbound.
traffic 630 Charlie on downwind to runway 35 Sky Park.
He's actually in the path. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh well, he's out of our way.
Car park traffic on station 6547 for about 3 miles south of Lagoon at 6,000 feet, climb in for northbound departure, last call, airport traffic.
So that guy's ahead of us. Can you see him? 3 miles.
Airport traffic 11 in
I don't
Quebec,
see him. He's
taking
higher than
exit
us.
runway
Yeah, me neither.
35, close traffic, Sky Park.
Okay, do you want to take over?
Okay. My flight controls.
You got him. I'm just going to fiddle with the engine a bit.
Okay.
Airport traffic 630 Charlie on base to runway 35 Sky Park. Skypark traffic 630 Charlie on final to runway 35 Skypark.
So this one up ahead of us is turning to the west.
Okay.
Oh, I think I see him. He's a long way away up there. Yeah, I got him. Out over here.
Don't quite see him yet.
Skypark traffic 31 in Quebec, turning
Just a
right,
little dot.
short green for 35, full stop.
Skypark traffic,
See you
Sport
in the
Cruiser
cross
117, Bravo Foxtrot,
See
1 mile west of Centerville, interchange northbound 5,400, Skypark.
Nope.
Skypark,
Almost over the
Cherokee
hill.
28 Juliet, run up, running down 35, Skypark.
Feels like I should be able to see him by now, but
No, I've lost him now. I mean, he's small and it's a long way away. He was almost over hill, I think.
Same altitude, 3 miles away.
I don't think he's back, but
Yeah.
By traffic, contact 310 with TJ, taxi from run up, full short 35, Skipper.
Skipper traffic 31 in the back, turning, base 35, stop.
Skipper traffic 68, Charlie on cross end, runway 35, Sky Park.
Skipper traffic 31 in Quebec, turn final 354 stop.
Shows he crossed in front of us.
Skypark traffic 68, Charlie on downwind to runway 35, Skypark.
see the smoke from Mag Corp over there.
Oh yeah, sure enough.
Cherokee 28 Juliet, hold short 35, traffic provided. Cherokee 28 Juliet, taking on 35, depart northbound, Sky Park.
Skypark drive down to our 236 Quebec, that's Flag Avenue, taxi around Skypark.
Wonder what they're doing down there.
Yeah, interesting. Seems a little off the beaten path.
Yeah, this looks like it's maybe a motorcycle course or something.
Skypark traffic 68, Charlie on base 10 at 35 Skypark.
Just looks hot down there, doesn't it, with no trees.
Skypark traffic 68, Charlie on fine auto on 35 Skypark.
Yes, people want to live somewhere.
So that traffic's coming back to my left. See him? Doesn't look very far away.
Sorry?
I'm just looking on foreflight. He doesn't look very far away.
Well,
100 feet above.
100 feet above and about 2 miles away, yeah.
Looks like he's going to go right over us.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm showing 400 feet here.
Yeah, same. As long as it stays that way.
We could always just turn to the left a little bit, maybe even see him through the roof.
Just like that?
Yeah. But I don't. Oh well.
Okay.
Could put it maybe behind us now. Yeah, I think he's behind us now.
Yeah, you're right. 700 feet above, is what it says.
Do you want a little bit of ventilation?
Sure. Whatever feels good to you.
Yeah, I will. Just give us a bit of air.
It's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day.
Traffic from Teton, 310 Whiskey Juliet, turn right cross lane, we're crossing over behind traffic at District downwind, southbound, Teton.
So how often do you change the plugs? Do you do it like 50 hours, or do you just wait for annual?
I normally clean them at the annual just because I'm not flying it that much.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like on the biplane, for whatever reason, the plugs seem to foul a bit. And I'm not sure if that's temperature or not quite sure why. But anyway, sometimes I've taken those out, in between annuals and cleaned them up, just to, get any of the lead crap out of them. But these are new plugs I've had put in here on the annual, so
nice.
These are brand new plugs with only about, at this point, maybe 20 hours on them. So. But, it's something to, because it's an easy thing to do. It's something really to kind of keep an eye on if you've got any rough running or mag drop or something, is take the plugs out and make sure they're all clean them up a bit. I've got one of those little spark plug cleaners.
Nice.
That use a sort of abrasive to blast them, and then really makes a difference. The problem is this, whatever they call it, tetraethyl lead or whatever they have in the fuel.
Okay. I saw something in the sporting aviation about unleaded, more efforts toward unleaded.
Well, it's a big issue because you've got some of the places like California where they are really going to regulate some of the older style fuels, where they've got the octane rating through putting a bit of lead in it. And even though it's supposedly low lead, it's still got a little bit in there. And so what the kind of future sustainable fuel is a bit of an issue. And in fact, if you build something, that's something to think about, talk to the engine manufacturer about, because I think some of the newer engines, they are trying to tweak them so they'll be better with that different fuel. But you know, we could reach a point where some aircraft are difficult to fly because of availability of fuel.
Interesting.
Just like with, you know, the coin-operated telephone, you know, the last one becomes really expensive. And so fuel distribution, I mean, I don't know what, I'm sure that people are thinking about it and trying to figure out some mix that can work for something like a P-51 or something, but you know, you imagine something where it's just going to get hard to pull up to the pump somewhere and say, fill it up.
Yeah.
But realistically, compared to things like two-stroke engines in lawnmowers and you know, trucks with diesel and everything else, the likely level of pollution from general aviation piston engines is very, very low.
Right.
But, you know, it's also not a big lobby, not a big market. I mean, I wouldn't put you off an RV-14 because I think it'd be fantastic, but something with a Rotax in may turn out to be more practical in 20 years.
Yeah.
I flew the Booker last night.
Oh, fun.
It was really, really a pleasant flight.
And it behaved in terms of temperatures?
Yeah, these temperatures is perfect. It's just when it gets over 90 degrees, it seems to really struggle. Or I say 90 degrees, high 80s, it seems to struggle. So I think, basically, I think I've got the formula right. Although I put these little cowl flaps on, and or they're not technically cowl flaps, little aluminum strips to sort of increase the exit area on those vents, and I haven't seen it get anywhere close to red line since.
That's nice.
So I also haven't flown it with those on a really hot day. So you know, I'm hopeful maybe that's done it, but I think generally speaking I've got the airflow right. It's just the exit maybe needs to be a little bit bigger. Or maybe even the inlet needs to be a little bit smaller perhaps, because it's partly a ratio of inlet to outlet.
Yeah. So
that you get a good flow through. And so it still may be that the inlet's a bit too big and it's sort of jamming up air in the plenum chamber under the cowling. So, but I think it's much, much better than it used to be. So how was Summer's journey back? Was she okay?
Good, yeah, uneventful. She was able to have lunch with a friend in Idaho Falls on the way home. And
very good.
Yeah, it sounded like a lovely trip.
That's great.
Really nice.
Yes,
visit.
Cynthia's out in Erie right now, helping her father.
How's he doing?
Yeah, he's okay. I guess he could be more grumpy. Is probably the situation. I think he's in quite a lot of pain. Just partly age, partly he had this back surgery. He's got some poor circulation in his legs, so he's got a wound on his leg that is causing him problems. It's just like it's old age sucking. And so given that, he mostly has a pretty good attitude, but I think it's hard for Cynthia because she, I think, would like to be, and rightly so, more appreciated for trying to help, and yet he's kind of a little bit dismissive of that sometimes. At least I think that's how she feels about it. And I get his point too. He wants independence. He's probably in a bit of pain. He's uncomfortable. He doesn't want people fussing around him. And yet he probably needs people fussing around him right now. So I think it's just part of that aging process with aging parents.
Yeah. It's tough.
It is, yeah. And God knows, maybe we'll all be there one day. So
Yeah. Kind of makes me wish I had more kids, so I have more options.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think Jenna is great. It's just, I'm not sure
It'll
if
be
I
a lot of load on her at some point.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's kind of goes with life too. So I think she'll probably step up to the plate.
Yeah.
Fine.
I'm being as nice to her as I possibly can.
Yeah. Well, but she's, capable, and she of course will have her own life, but I think she'll manage to help out with a lot of other things too. It's just hope your kids have a kind of a decent kind of level of humanity.
Right.
And I think fortunately yours do and ours do, and so that's probably as much as you can hope for.
Yeah.
So I'm going to change over to the Brigham frequency. I mean, I don't really see anybody out here, but if you want to make a call just for practice, you can.
I may do. There's somebody up on the left. 752 Tango is 260.
Oh, I see, just on the edge of my screen. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, but that's much higher than us.
They're inbound, so I may make a call.
Yep. Just in case they're screaming down or something.
Okay, so I'm 7 miles, so I'll just say 7 miles southwest of the field, northbound. I'm at 5,700.
Yep.
I'm actually going to correct my course a little bit, just so I'm a little more northbound. Okay. And you're on frequency?
Yeah, on frequency, yep.
Brigham City traffic, Decathlon 50 X-ray Delta is 7 miles southwest of the field, northbound, transiting the area at 5,700. Brigham City. I almost said Bountiful.
No, that's fine. Very good. I wonder how Kate's doing.
Yeah, I haven't heard any updates.
Yeah, she sent me a text about a couple of weeks ago, maybe, just saying that she was finding the instrument flying, quite challenging, which is natural. And
how far along is she?
I don't know, actually. I was going to send her a text. I'd sent her a note back saying, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, so just press on. Because, what can you say? But I think she's, got a few hours of instrument flying in now by the sound of it. And it made me think, because I was looking through Sporty's catalogue, maybe we should have Joel order us a Redbird flight simulator. It was only about $9,000.
There we go.
And it probably wouldn't be the most outrageous thing. I mean, we could buy expensive foosball machines and stuff, but you could have a go on it. I could. Clayton, Joel was obviously interested.
Yeah.
Friends and family could come in and use it.
That'll be fun. They had one.
Sorry?
They had one down at American Flyers in Scottsdale, and I, did an hour or two in that thing, because they were just like, whenever it's available, you can use it for free.
That's great.
So on the rainy days, I did that. And it is a bit challenging, I find. I think it's harder than flying a real plane.
It is, yeah, because you don't, no matter what they say, you don't get the feedback. I mean, through the controls.
Sure, yeah.
When I did my instrument rating with American Flyers years ago, up in Connecticut, I think it was. I can't remember now. Oh no, it wasn't. It was DuPage, out west of Chicago, and actually I can't remember. It was one or the other. I think I flew with American Flyers both places, but they had the old Frasca simulators, and they were really a bit sort of odd on the controls, but it's just the procedures you need to get totally familiar with. That's what I was saying to Kate, is just any time you can get on the simulator, do it, because it's just making everything more kind of normal so you're not stressed.
Yeah.
Because when you're stressed, it's really hard to multitask and think about things. Which is true the FR as well.
Sure.
You just want to try and be at a point where you can be pretty relaxed. Not to say inattentive, just, you're not, your mind's not buzzing all the time. I actually think she's going to be in a really great position. I mean, the airlines are going to love her.
Yeah.
She just needs to make sure she stays focused on this and gets through it. She's going to have a good job, and she's going to be well paid, and probably have a lot of fun. You see, they put up the entry, salaries for some of the commuters by about 50%, just to try and get pilots.
Wow.
Which means it goes from 12,000 to 18, but
sure,
which is still sucks. But it's it probably begins to get to a point where you might be able to live. And then it's a matter. But I actually think Kate, partly because of her age, her intelligence, my guess is that will, come into piloting ability, and also because they're going to want to recruit more women. I mean, my guess is she could get recruited by Delta or Southwest or something like that.
Yeah, I believe it.
But that'll be great for Mark, because then he can be traveling for free somewhere.
That is what he needs.
Oh yeah, I mean, our friend's son, left the Air Force and went to work for Delta now, flying an A320. They're just spending all their time going to Portugal, going here, going there, going to the UK.
Wow.
And, traveling in business.
It's not a bad life.
It's great. I mean, they're loving it. And actually, I think Chris, although, there are issues with an airline career, being away from home and scheduling, and particularly when you're low man on the totem pole things,
yeah.
But I think, he really was focused on...
Brigham City traffic, Skyhawk 36 Romeo. We are turning final for runway 35, Brigham City.
So he was really focused on getting, Air Force career, then airline career, and it's all credit to him. But I think mostly So this is where we kind of turned around last time.
Sure, yeah, in this valley here. I think right about here is where you were doing some cloud surfing.
Yeah.
So up here at the corner, we can follow the freeway through that canyon on the left.
Yep.
Is that the plan?
That's the plan.
Okay.
And then as we do that,
Because we could climb and, shortcut to Blackfoot, but you have to cross that ridge in front of us.
yeah, let's just follow the road.
That's good.
I don't think, we'll pass Pocatello, but we'll be away from really their airspace. I mean, if you wanted to call them, you could, just to say we're transiting along I-15. I guess their tower is operational right now. 119.1, let's just do that. I guess what that means, CT.
122.8.
No, 119.1 is their tower. Pocatello Regional. Looks like the Unicom is 122.95. I guess that's what that is, probably out of hours.
Yeah. CT is the common traffic.
So CT is 119.1.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the chart is showing here. Oh, you're right, common traffic. Yeah, that's right. What am I thinking? So, as you come over Pocatello, is that Pocatello there? I guess it is that. We'll go, just keep following I-15. But
Right.
I want to give them a call just to say where you are.
Okay.
And then we can go up via Blackfoot.
Just basically follow I-15.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, ForeFlight's still saying we have another hour and a half, and we've already been doing this an hour. So
I think ForeFlight is wrong.
you don't think it'll be an hour and a half?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
But maybe it will be. I mean, we have to go up and around,
Yeah, its initial projection was just under 2 hours.
But it's not like we've got a super strong headwind or anything, so
Right.
I'm kind of doubting that. But if it is, right? I mean,
Yeah, makes me glad we added fuel so we don't have to worry about that. So speaking of worry, in preparation for this flight and others, the two things on my mind are bird strike, one, and two, what if you go unconscious in a coughing fit or something?
yeah.
So I've been kind of working through, not that that'll happen,
Right.
seems great, but my point is, I was just trying to prepare, like what
Sure.
would I do in those scenarios?
Well, it's a good question. Bird strike is pretty unlikely. The birds
Right.
are pretty good at getting out of the way. And if the bird has gone through the propeller arc, yeah, it may come through the windscreen, but more likely, it might hit somewhere else on the aeroplane and, probably not cause structural failure or anything. This is a really big frozen turkey. So I just wouldn't worry too much about bird strikes.
Okay.
It could happen, but pretty rare. Now, it's also pretty rare that the pilot's incapacitated, but, so if I was incapacitated, you want to make sure you clear of the controls, so you can probably kind of pull me back with the harness if necessary.
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't slump over it anyway with the shoulder harness on. And then the airplane is going to land pretty much like a 172, except for on the rollout. Now, if you're landing in a field, it's probably going to be reasonably tame anyway. On concrete, you may have to work a bit harder, but all you're going to do is, as you begin to flare, you don't let the nose drop, you know, you keep flaring and hold an attitude of slightly nose up. This aeroplane is reasonably good by most tail dragger standards, and then you want to try and keep it straight. But if you can't keep it straight, you're not probably going to die from a ground loop. It's just going to wreck the aeroplane, and so that's okay. I mean, and so I think the thing to do is you would just fly it as if you were flying a 172 on the approach, and recognize that you have to keep the stick back more in the flare, as if you were making a kind of a short field landing holding, or soft field landing holding the nose off in the 172, and as the wheels touch, really just keep the stick back, don't let it go forward.
You know, with the shoulder harness, I can't reach mixture or propeller.
Well, that's a good point.
I could take the shoulder harness off and probably lean forward, but you know, I guess in an emergency I wouldn't do that.
Well, I mean, it's a good point, because how do you land if you've got power on? So you probably would need to take the shoulder harness off and close the throttle.
I mean, I can do the throttle from here, I just can't do mixture and prop.
Well, I wouldn't worry about mixture and prop, right? All that's going to do is strain the engine, doesn't matter at that point. So if you can reach the throttle, and you may have to loosen the shoulder harness, then that's... Oh, no, you've got the throttle back there.
I've got throttle
so
here.
You're good. So you just don't worry about the prop and mixture, that's fine. And then, if necessary, I mean, if for some reason you know, let's say the engine was running away or something, I don't know, I mean, you've got the switches up there, you can always turn the switches off. You know, on the rollout, if you really thought things were going south, you can always reach up and turn off the switches. I mean, it may not hurt. But mostly just stay concentrated on trying to keep it straight as best you can.
Well, and I figured, you know, even if you were incapacitated, I don't think my initial reaction would be to put it on the ground. Right? I'd just fly around until you came back and sorted it out, kind of thing.
I mean, the good thing is, compared to most people, you'd be able to find an airfield. You find an airfield if you want to, with a decent-sized runway on it.
Yeah.
Then you let them know you're in trouble. And then you just fly it like anything else you've flown, including this aeroplane. The only slight difference would be in the final part of the landing. And by that point you're going much more slowly. And you might have trouble seeing the airspeed, but trim could be a bit of an issue. I mean, you just may find you have to sort of strong arm it a little bit more to hold the nose up.
Yeah, I mean, with the giant flight surfaces, control surfaces, I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah. So,
yeah, it's just sort of a mind game, really. Just, how prepared am I? Am I just getting lazy, sort of thing?
Yeah. Well, the other thing that would be fun to do, we should figure out a meeting in Santa Barbara or somewhere.
That'd be fun.
And then have a go in a Citabria at CP Air and just get a little bit of a sense of landing a tail dragger. I mean, it's really not that bad compared to, people go on and on about it, but just a little bit of matter of habit and a lot to do with a decent controlled approach. That last little bit of the flare, keeping the nose up and then keeping it straight and doing whatever you need to do to keep it straight. Just keeping.
So is that just you're sort of alive on the rudder?
Yeah. That's right. You just don't, if it begins to head off in one direction, you don't think It's not so bad, because it'll continue to do that. You get on top of it and redirect it to be straight, and if you overcorrect, then you redirect it the other way.
Is that the tail wheel, or is it more rudder, still having airflow over it?
It's rudder mostly, but of course as you get slower and slower, the tail wheel is helping with that. But as you touch down, it's the rudder bike, and for a good amount of the rollout, because it's got a big rudder on it.
Yeah.
And as you begin to slow down, don't be afraid to put a bit of brake on to slow you down more quickly too. Just keep the stick back. Don't stand on the brakes. But if I'm incapacitated and you damage the aircraft landing, but we both survive, I will just be grateful. So don't worry, that's why we have insurance. Actually, that's interesting. It's not too high there, is it?
Yeah.
So why don't we just carry straight on over there?
Okay. I'm happy to do that.
Then you don't need to worry about.
Yeah, that's Idaho Falls pretty much straight ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we're fine. We're not going to hit anything.
Yeah, because one of the routes I had to plan was Idaho Falls, and I kind of reviewed this route, and I thought, it's actually not too bad. Just press on. And when I did my cross country, I was in this spot. Thought, oh yeah, you could just.
Well, the thing about this little sort of saddle here, whatever you might call it, there's a decent amount of flat land in there by the look of it. It's not super mountainous or anything,
right.
So there's no. If, for example, we had an engine failure there's probably somewhere we can land. If it was all sort of spiky, that might be a different matter.
One thing, do you mind seeing if we could pick up weather from Pocatello? I was just thinking of altimeter setting.
Sure, that's a very good point. Good idea. So Pocatello, ATIS 135, 625.
Be able to get it. There is a mountain between us, but
yeah, we'll probably get it as we pass this. I'm actually surprised we can't get it here, but
yeah, I remember picking it up before I crossed that next little ridge on the left.
Tower, Edison, Sierra, 65, wind 330 at 6, visibility 1,
Yeah, 4 flights back to closer to 2 hours. I put Pocatello in as a waypoint. I wonder if it calculates a landing, you know, in terms of its time.
Temperature 15, dew point 4, altimeter 3035. Visual approach is in use, landing runway 3. Radio altimeter unreliable. Advise on initial contact, you have information Sierra. Tower, ATIS information Sierra, time 1653 Zulu. Wind 330 at 6, visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature 15, dew point 4, altimeter 3035. Visual approach is in use, landing runway 3. Radio altimeter unreliable. Advise on initial contact, you have information Sierra. Pocatello Tower, ATIS information Sierra, time 1653 Zulu. Wind 330 at 6, visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature 15, dew point 4, altimeter 3035. Visual approach is in use, landing runway 3. Radio altimeter unreliable.
I wonder why they'd be landing runway 3.
Yeah, because he kept saying 330 at 6.
Yeah, that almost sounds like they'll be landing downwind. I wonder what the runways are there. Maybe they meant 30.
Pretty awesome colors off to the left here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess that's probably just their favored runway because it's the long one. And but just seems like it'd be a bit better off landing on 2-1. I don't know. I guess the down or the tailwind component wouldn't be very much.
Yeah, that was funny because when I did my 3 landings there, the first 2 I had kind of calm wind. I was landing to the north. And then as I came around for my last one, it was kind of funny, and the plane floated or sort of skidded almost just as I was touching down. And then, you know, I came to a stop and pulled off, and they said, we're going to switch runways because the wind switched. No, I guess that explains that sensation.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess it was on my last takeoff because I still took off to the north, but with a tailwind. That's what it was. Yeah, that's not too bad of a shortcut. You can sort of see the runway out to the left there. At least I think that's what I'm looking at, yeah. So now I'm tracking directly toward Blackfoot. I could cut to the right a little bit for Idaho Falls. The line to Idaho Falls is where? Yeah, off to the right.
Yeah, I mean, you could actually just pretty much go direct to Idaho Falls. I mean, it looks like we follow along this sort of edge of this ridge here.
Yeah, there is that little just ridge in front of us. Let's see. Oh, well above it.
Yeah, so that's Blackfoot, I think, right across there.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you want to just...
Should I just aim for Idaho Falls at this point?
Yeah, I think that'll be fine.
Right. A little bit more, kind of like that. It says I want a bearing of 4 degrees. I can't see a indicator, but fine close.
Yeah, you're 356 according to this tracking.
So not quite enough.
So maybe just a little bit more.
Did I get it? I'm just kind of visually trying to look out the window like,
Yeah,
okay, I see the town there.
I think you're fine.
Full stop.
So 122.8 is Blackfoot.
Road traffic downwind south 759, half hour, 6 miles northwest of the field, 1067 knots.
We'll just close it down a little bit. And then after that we got 118.5. I don't hear or see any activity at Blackfoot, so if you want to practice making a call, you can. Otherwise, we'll just fly on.
Maybe I'll wait till I'm closer to the field, sort of a beam or something.
Yeah, where this little lake thing is down here, that'll be more or less a beam.
Yeah. I see it as we drive along the freeway. Is that looks like maybe a wind farm off in the distance about 2 o'clock. Wonder how that looks on ForeFlight. Can you see it? Sort of maybe 1:30 kind of from our heading.
Actually, I don't. Yeah, wind farms are kind of weird when you see them in the air, from the air.
Okay, I'm 6 miles. I'll just say 5 miles east of the field.
Yeah.
Northbound, 7,500. Whoops, I actually climbed a little bit.
Well, 7,800, that's fine.
Okay. Northbound. And I just probably say Blackfoot traffic, right?
Yeah.
Blackfoot foot traffic. Decathlon 50 X-ray Delta is transiting the area northbound, 7,800, 5 miles east of the field, Blackfoot.
Very good. Can you actually see the runway from here?
No, it's just north of the lake from what I remember. You know, just driving along there.
So probably over there where those white buildings are.
Yeah, that looks right, except it looks like it's in the wrong spot.
Well, there's a sort of a lake-ish sort of thing you'd see from the freeway. There's this lake here, it's different.
It's the one by the freeway, I think, where the airport is right next to it. I wonder if it's just there to the south of it. Or...
Well,
actually, no, it's just adjacent to it. I see it now. It's alongside the lake, on the east side of that lake.
Oh, right, I got it, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking it was the other side, but it's actually on this side, yeah.
It's a man-made little lake where they do the water skiing and stuff. Kind of fun to watch as you drive by. And then there's a golf course on the north end.
Nice, yeah.
Like I could spend a whole day there with the airport and the golf course and the lake.
Yeah, it looks like a nice little airport. Okay. So you can kind of just hug this edge here.
Yeah.
And that should take you pretty much towards Idaho Falls. We'll, given you made your call here, let's pick up ATIS for...
I don't mean to be at 8,000. I kind of want to get back down to 7,500.
Got a little bit of nose down trim?
No, I think I've been tugging on the stick, just without thinking about it. Ooh, so now I'm starting to get a view of the Tetons out here to the right.
Yep.
That's really amazing.
Yeah, just up over there, yeah.
I guess we'll get front row seats by the time we get there, right?
For sure. Well, this was the right day to do it.
Yeah, so beautiful. Makes flying seem easy, you know?
Yeah, don't say that.
Sort of fascinating to watch the tractor in the field carving a perfect arc. I wonder if they use, you know, GPS or something in their tractors to keep those lines so perfect.
Yeah, they probably do.
So, I know we don't need to go over Idaho Falls, but I wouldn't mind if we could get close enough. The Idaho Falls Temple, right in town where the waterfalls are, that's where my dad and mom were married.
Oh, fun.
It'd be kind of fun to get a photo of that from the air.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's plan that we'll call up Idaho Falls. And
I didn't think of that. I'll probably be in their airspace if I try that.
Yeah, you will, yeah. But you could just say you want to transit along the, well...
maybe that's a bad idea.
I mean, along the railway's probably fine. Do you know where in town it is?
Sure, I mean, it's, you know, the river creates a little series of waterfalls there, right in the middle of town. But you're right, that's adjacent to the airport almost.
Well, I've got it on their ATIS, so let's listen to see what they've got there, and then we can go to their common frequency in a little bit.
I could probably get a photo from just outside the class
3 and 35. Hazardous weather information air mats within the western United States available on flight service frequencies. Wrong runway risk. Caution bird activity in the vicinity of the airport. Advise on initial contact, give information Foxtrot. Idaho Falls Tower information Foxtrot 1753 observation, wind 330 at 4, visibility 10, clear below 12,000, temperature 18, dew point 3, altimeter 3035, visual approach runway 3 in use, departing runway 3 and 35. Hazardous weather information air mats within the western United States available on flight service frequencies. Wrong runway risk. Caution bird activity in the vicinity of the airport. Advise on initial contact, give information Foxtrot. Idaho Falls Tower information Foxtrot 1753 observation, wind 330 at 4, visibility 10, clear below 12,000, temperature 18, dew point 3, altimeter 3035, visual approach runway 3 in use, departing runway 3 and 35. Hazardous weather information air mats within the western United States available on flight service frequencies. Wrong runway risk. Caution bird activity in the vicinity of the airport. Advise on initial contact, give information Foxtrot. Idaho.
So, in that case, I would say Idaho Falls Tower, Decathlon 50 X-ray Delta with information Foxtrot.
Yeah, to the south of you with Foxtrot.
And then just wait for a response?
Yeah.
Are you prepared to help me out if I screw this up?
Sure.
Okay. Idaho Falls Tower, Decathlon 50 X-ray Delta, south of the airfield, 10 miles, looking to transit the area with information Foxtrot.
I'm calling Idaho Falls Tower. Say again your call sign, I didn't capture it.
50 X-ray Delta.
And it's Decathlon 50 X-ray Delta, Idaho Falls Tower. You passing on the east or the west side?
East side of the airport. I should say
Decathlon 0 X-ray Delta, roger. Transition is approved. Report leaving the class Delta.
Wilco, 50 X-ray Delta.
Very good.
Dang it. I don't mean Wilco. I hate that.
Yeah, that's all right.
I just couldn't get the words out.
That's all right. I mean, that's why you practice, right? I mean, we could just stay at this altitude. That's where they're expecting us now. So, if you get to the point where you might see the temple, just let me know. I'll take over, and we'll just keep going this way, and we'll tell them when we transit or when we're out. But that was fine. No, I mean, it was clear.
I mean, no one else is on frequency. If I wasn't, finishing with my call sign and so forth.
Mike 765 Charlie, Idaho Falls, tower runway 3 clear for takeoff, wind 3403.
3 clear for takeoff, Mike 795 Charlie, thanks.
I don't think I ever said my altitude. That was the thing.
He knows it anyway. He's got our transponder.
I can see the wind farm now.
Yeah, I can now too, yeah. It's extensive, isn't it?
So I'm just going to press on this heading, which should put us...
Yep, just keep following the road here, that's fine.
Can you see the airfield? Seems like...
Yeah, it's right over here. You see it? Just about.
Oh, sure, yeah. No, I've got it.
11 o'clock.
I was looking too far in the distance.
Yep. Yeah, it's quite close into town. And I think I see the temple. Is that it down by the water there?
Should be. Yeah.
White spike.
I think that's right. So we're just about to cross final for 3-5. I don't see anybody.
Right. I'll tell you what, I'll take it. So
okay.
Then you can sort out your photography.
Thank you. Your flight controls.
I got it.
My only experience with this airport was we came up here to watch the Blue Angels one year. Oh yeah, that is it.
Medevac 65 Charlie, contact departure, good day.
Departure 65 Charlie, good day.
Yeah, the falls are kind of subtle, actually. I wonder if there's not a lot of water flow.
I remember we stopped one time coming back from visiting Grace up at Puget Sound.
City 77 Idaho Falls, ground for Teton, Alfalfa Street. And City 77 Idaho Falls, tower pursuit on runway 21, correction, runway 321 at Alpha 3.
That's pretty awesome. That's a great view. Thank you for taking the detour. That's
Yeah, no problem.
awesome.
Can you get a good enough picture from here?
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Are you doing that with your phone?
Yeah, just with the phone.
What model of phone have you got?
It's just the 11? I think it's
Oh,
an 11. I can't remember. 13? That's a 13. Oh, that's fun. It's weird to think of my parents as kids, you know?
Yep. Yeah, time passes quickly.
That's fun. It's a cool view of the runway. I kind of like how they have a little tiny strip there
Yeah,
and a long one.
It's interesting. I mean, there's quite a difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense. You know, they've got a general aviation runway down, then they've got one for air transport if they...
F-18s.
Is that what they run out of there?
Well, I mean, for the air show they do.
Oh, right, yeah.
Not normally.
But do they have a National Guard or something there?
You know, I'd have to ask Corey.
It's a big runway.
Sure.
I mean, it looks like it's 10,000 feet or something.
Yeah.
You probably can see here.
Yeah, full flight would tell you. Well, that's fun. Thanks again.
Well, okay, you can take it back.
Give me a second here.
Sort yourself out. Let me know.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, you're here with me.
My flight controls.
And
So now I need a new heading.
let's just have a look here. So as you exit their area, I'll tell you I can see, or you can see too.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you'll just tell them, you know, you're exiting their area.
Do I just say departing class Delta or something?
Yeah.
Departing air.
Yeah, departing your airspace or...
Okay.
And heading to Driggs. Just nice for them to know where you're going.
Sure, yeah. So, Idaho Falls Tower, Decathlon 50 X-ray Delta, departing the airspace, en route to Driggs, 7,700.
Yeah, something like that would be just fine.
Okay.
And you just a couple more minutes before you hit the edge of it.
Just right on the edge of it here. Wow, what a day. Okay, I'm gonna make the call. Idaho Falls Tower, Decathlon 50 X-ray Delta, departing the airspace en route to Driggs, 7,700.
Decathlon 0 X-ray Delta, roger, thanks for the call, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved, 50 X-ray Delta.
So, we'll try the AWOS at Driggs, whatever that means. And then Driggs is going to be 1227.
So we got 30 miles to the kind of the brow of that hill.
Right.
And then a right turn to the field. You okay with that?
That's fine.
It's kind of cool. I put, you know, ForeFlight has the option of putting in how you're going to approach the runway.
Right.
And so I put in a 45 for runway 4, and it, you know, plots it on here, which is pretty cool.
That's super.
But it looks like I'm doing okay. It says I want to be on 049 for a heading. How close am I to that?
Says here 028.
Oh, so it's to the right of where I'm aiming.
That looks like Rigby down there. You see just on this side of the road.
Oh yeah, sure. So that means we're going to go not that far from Rexburg. Oh yeah, I see it now. Off in the distance.
Yep.
That's where I saw that kid put his Bonanza through a fence.
Wow. Oh yeah, the beach sundowner. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I still want to be a little bit right of where I am. Does that sound right?
Yep, correct.
So I think I can sort of see which hill is the one I'm skirting. How am I doing? I'm climbing? Dang it. I tend to pull on the stick when I'm not thinking about it.
Well, you're just maybe a little bit tense, so you just need to relax a bit. I mean, let go of the stick. The airplane's not going to fall out of the sky.
Yeah.
And it could be as we burned off some fuel, you know, trim has changed too, so if you let go of the stick and you find it climbing or descending, then we can slightly retrim.
Yeah, it actually does look like it's got a tiny climb in it.
I'll give you just a slight nudge.
Okay.
Let me know if that's enough. The one thing in the Citabria and the Decathlon, I wish they had a slightly different gearing to the trim.
Yeah, because it's super sensitive in the area where you need it to be.
That's right. But just cruise flight, it's like super, super sensitive. It just almost seems like they could have engineered the gearing on it somehow differently.
Looks like the telescope has a focuser where there's the coarse focus and then the fine focus.
No, that's right. And I guess maybe that would be confusing for people, but
still not far enough right.
so Driggs is at 6,200 feet, so we're going to fly downwind about 7,000 feet.
Okay. What am I now?
So we've got wind's variable. Where do we think the wind basically is coming from? Have a look here.
See 2 planes in the pattern.
It looks like the wind is just slightly from the west, so I'm guessing maybe runway 20, is it 22?
Yeah, that is correct.
There's right traffic for that.
I was going to see what it would tell me. Right traffic, 22.
I'm not getting any AWOS, so I wonder if we're close enough to pick up any of the traffic.
122.7, yeah.
We'll try the staying on the AWOS for a little bit. Yeah, so I think we just continue.
I'm not going to worry about descending since we need to be...
Yeah, no, we're only going to have to descend 1,000 feet when we get there, so...
Yeah, and we have a brow to go over in between, so...
No, you're fine, right here.
I was going to see if I could spot the Rexburg airfield. It's right in town. I remember it being near a car dealer. I see the temple there on the hill, kind of a high
point. Looks like it's just on the other side of the town, according to the chart. I think I see it.
Oh, yeah.
Just like about 9 o'clock right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. At least that would be my guess. That's what I'd head towards.
Yeah. If you had to put the plane down now, what would you head for? I mean, I thought of that road below us, but I see power lines.
Yeah, I think I'd head for a field. I mean, they plowed, but they don't look too bad.
I mean, would you go for like a light-colored field? Something that's maybe an indication of less turned earth?
Yeah, I mean, I think I would turn this way just to be a bit closer to civilization. And as I made the turn, I would pick one of these fields here and just stick with it. I think I'd go with one of the ones that's plowed straight and, land with the ruts, in not across them, but parallel with them, and just take the chances. But yeah, I mean, a road right there, like that road, is probably not a bad option too.
Yeah, I don't see any power lines there.
Particularly as you could line up on the road, and if you saw something like fences that was going to be a problem, then you could sidestep onto one of the fields.
Okay, got that sorted, thank you. You're ready to take the controls back?
Yep.
Okay, you want to flight controls. Wow, I love the yellows.
Yep.
So nothing yet on ATIS or traffic?
The AWOS, I guess, is maybe or maybe not operating, I don't know, but not hearing anything yet.
We're only 15 minutes away, so.
On frequency, so. Whereas the other side of those hills.
Direct traffic, check in, enter Foxtrot. 12 miles north, near Feltman maneuvering, got another aircraft inside.
Okay, so we're hearing something there.
Yeah, I'm turning south. I'm going to be on the west side of the river. Drop down to about 7,000.
Copy that, I'm at 8,500. I'll stay on the east side of the river.
Okay.
I wonder if those two planes weren't Driggs, something else out here.
Quite possible. I thought the first one I heard saying Driggs, but you might be right. Certainly, I don't think we need to stress too much about it yet. So this is the corner up here, isn't it?
Yep.
So what we'll do is we'll come round there.
If they're landing runway 4, we'll basically be set up on the 45 as we point at the runway.
Well, no, it's right traffic, so if we... if we are on the north side, we'll actually be set up for 2-2.
Yeah.
Which is probably where the prevailing wind is.
Yeah, you're right. I put in left traffic.
But you know, as we come round, we'll be heading straight towards the airport. Yes. So as we come around the end here, what will be about 5 or 6 miles out? Is that right?
Let's see. See if 4-flight will tell me. That looks right.
Yeah. So the thing to do...
Actually, maybe more like 10.
Okay, so as we come around the end here, we'll make a call. We're about 10 out to the northwest. And then you might want to say...
Which runway?
Yeah, can you give me winds and active, please?
Yeah, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 planes on the west side. Looks like maybe 2 in the pattern. Right traffic. Does look like they're landing runway 4 just based on the little arrows on my screen, but
well, that's okay.
I thought I'd hear somebody say that.
Yeah.
Looks like somebody just departed runway 4.
Driggs traffic, 5 Bravo Bravo, left crosswind, runway 4.
Yeah, that's it, runway 4.
So left traffic.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's right traffic on 2-2.
Driggs traffic, check 89er Foxtrot, 8,000. 8 miles north will be inbound, or downwind 04, Driggs.
Yeah, so okay, so that could be a conflict at some point.
Yeah.
Because he's coming from the north, so when we come around the corner, then that's probably a good time to call.
We got 58 Juliet out to our right, pretty, let's see, what does it say? 2,000 feet above.
That's probably him. Actually, maybe not.
He's northbound.
Yeah.
Driggs traffic, 5 Bravo Bravo on the left downwind, runway 4.
So let's just see. I'm at 15 miles now. Is that right?
Yeah,
12,
so he
no,
was
12 miles.
He was probably inside us then, the other one, because he's at 8, I think.
Yeah, I do see somebody 500 feet below.
Yeah. So as you come around, when you get about 10 miles out, then give them a call just so let them know we're in the area.
Driggs traffic stage 736 Foxtrot, Teton aviation taxi runway 4.
And you can say we're inbound to Driggs, understand runway 4.
Okay. Juliet should be out in front of us. I don't see him. So, let's see if I can get
still showing I'm about 12 miles. Does that feel right? Just guessing.
Yeah. Given, yeah, we're making a bit of a turn around there, that's probably about right.
So if I press on...
Driggs, traffic checking 89 Foxtrot, but traffic in the pattern, are you doing a touch and go or full stop?
Yeah, Driggs traffic 5 Bravo Bravo is now 2 miles west of the field at 7,300 heading west.
Copy that. I'm just east of Teton, 8,000.
Yeah, I think he is that dot on just ahead of us.
So Tetonia is just north of the field.
So I'm just going to keep on this heading because then I can join the 45 straight ahead of us to come around for left traffic. I mean...
Sure.
And I'm about ready to make my call.
Driggs traffic, Turkey 89 Foxtrot, 5 miles north, be inbound, we're right, or left downwind, 04, touch and go, Driggs.
Okay, so I'm going to say 10 miles, what am I, 8,500 inbound for landing for runway 4.
Yeah.
Going to join at 45 for left traffic, runway 4.
Yeah, Driggs traffic 5 Bravo Bravo, 7,400 heading westbound along Teton River. 3.5 miles southwest of the field.
Okay, and I am which direction from the field at the moment? I'm northeast, northwest?
Yeah, you're northwest of the field right now.
Okay.
Driggs traffic, Decathlon 50 X-ray Delta is 10 miles northwest of the field, inbound for landing. We're going to join 45 for left downwind runway 4. Driggs.
Currently 8,500.
8,500, currently descending. Driggs.
Dang it.
That's right. I'm going to just pull a little
Driggs traffic, Driggs 89 Foxtrot, 3 miles north pattern altitude. We'll be joining 45 for left downwind, 04, touch and go, Driggs.
Okay, so I want to get down to, you said 7,500 for, or 7,200 pattern altitude?
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably fly downwind at 7,000, but go to 72 to start.
Okay. And I'm at 84. And I've got... What a beautiful valley.
Yeah. And I pulled the power a little bit, so you...
Thank you. I gotta get down 1,000 feet. I like this line though because I think I can just make a right turn onto the 45 where I'm headed right now.
Good. Yeah, what we'll probably do is actually level out about 75 till we get just a little bit closer.
Yep.
And can see the field.
I like that.
Then we'll descend a bit more.
Driggs traffic, Cherokee 89 Foxtrot, midfield, left downwind, 04, touch and go, Driggs.
Feels like I should be looking right at it.
Yeah, I think we are looking right at it. I think that's...
Am I actually... Oh yeah, I'm actually not. I'm pointed at the runway. I probably want to be left.
Yeah, go to the left a bit.
Of the runway. So I want to be more like that.
Yep.
I was looking out to the right, and I'm like, oh, it's right ahead of us. Continue my descent. It's like just one plane in the pattern, the guy who was ahead of us. He's doing touch and goes. He might be going again by the time we get there.
That's all right.
Driggs traffic, Cherokee 89 Foxtrot, left base, 04, touch and go, Driggs.
I feel like I can usually see them when they're turning, you know, get their wings up. I don't see this guy.
Right, so you level out now, 75.
Okay.
Driggs traffic, Cherokee 89 Foxtrot on final, 04, touch and go, Driggs.
So you may want to make a right turn.
Okay.
In fact, tell you what, should I take it at this point?
Sure. Your flight controls.
I got them.
Yeah, he's the only one in the pattern that I can see.
And Driggs traffic, Decathlon 0 X-ray Deltas, entering a 45 for the left downwind, 04.
Driggs traffic, Skyhawk at the run-up area. You still got a minute?
What does that mean?
Don't know.
Sorry, was that for successful? Fox Charlie, we're still running some checks here.
Yeah, roger that. We're just going to go around you, that's all.
Perfect, let us know if we need to move for you.
Yeah, you're fine.
Driggs traffic, Skylane 428 Deltas. 4 to the south, I'll cross midfield and enter left downwind for 04. Driggs traffic.
Driggs traffic, check 89 Foxtrot on the go 04. We'll be staying close pattern, Driggs.
And Driggs X-ray Deltas, left downwind 04. X-ray Deltas, base leg 04, Driggs.
Yeah, Driggs traffic, Skyhawk 97 uniform, we'll hold short, runway 4. And Driggs traffic, whoever's in the pattern, how long you got till you get on final here?
I'll be turning final in about 20 seconds.
I'll just wait for you.
Driggs traffic, Cherokee 89 Foxtrot, turning left crosswind, staying close pattern, looking for that traffic that was crossing midfield. Driggs.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll come in behind you.
Copy that. Driggs traffic, Cherokee 89 Foxtrot, downwind, 04 will be touch and go, Driggs.
And Driggs Decathlon, Driggs Deltas clear at Delta.
Driggs traffic, Skyhawk 97 uniform, taking runway 4 for a southern departure, but we'll be taking the
So where do we taxi to, do you think?
It's over here to the left. The FBO and pretty much everything.
So that's blocked there, of course. So it's not down there.
Oh, well, actually I don't know what to do now. I didn't anticipate that.
Okay, Skyline 28 Delta is on a downwind for 04. And it looks like I'm going to turn behind X-ray Delta, but I don't see you.
X-ray Delta's on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well,
28 Delta is turning crosswind 04.
I didn't...
Driggs traffic, Cherokee 89 Foxtrot, beaming the numbers, 04, touch and go, Driggs.
read the NOTAMs carefully. So...
Let's have a look.
Driggs traffic, Scout 97 uniform, just start runway 4. Driggs.
How does that work?
Let's see.
And 28 Delta's left downwind, 04 Driggs.
89er Foxtrot, turn in base, 04, touch and go, Driggs.
And Driggs, this is X-Ray Delta. I'm just off at Delta and don't seem to be able to get to the FBO here. Any advice?
Yeah, back taxi around that construction.
You'll have to kind of hold short for a few minutes though. 6 Fox Charlie's holding short to take off on 04 as well.
Okay, thanks. When you're clear, just let me know and I'll back taxi on the runway. Thanks.
Driggs, Travis Turkey, 89er Foxtrot, final 04, touch and go, Driggs.
Driggs traffic south 97 uniform left crosswind. Driggs.
Just figure out where that traffic.
Hey Wiley, do you mind if 6 Fox Charlie gets out before you?
No, I'll extend.
Thank you.
So you got a guy on downwind,
Right.
somebody on final, and then this gal that wants to take off.
Oh, we're just going to have to wait a bit.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's no problem.
I did read the NOTAMs, but I sort of didn't focus because it was just like construction in the area. It was sort of, but yeah, well, it doesn't affect us.
But sure
I
enough.
was wrong.